Hey everybody, I'm back here again. This is my take 2 because the first time we did the whole test with this 3 microphone, we did not record it in the BMPCC 6. I'm gonna blame that to Nick. Hey everybody, this is Johnny. We're here with MDI. Today I'm gonna talk about this wireless microphone from Lensgo. This is the LM328c. It's a very nice wireless microphone using the UHF frequency. So it's actually pretty good, just like the Sennheiser one and everything else. So according to this information about this wireless microphone, which I happen to be sitting here in my side here, a couple of features here with this transmitter is there is actually a port in the back here for a micro SD card. This way you can actually record the audio directly into here, just in case your receiver is losing signals or there's an issue with everything else, then it still be recorded your audio pretty decently and you'll be able to get it right. In addition to that, it actually have an auto scanning purposes, because I'll actually sync up between the transmitter and the receiver. I actually have a cricket next to me here, cricking like crazy, and I have a cicada all the way back there making noises. There's a lot of wind around me here. We decided to do this outdoor because I'm a filmmaker and we usually want to use a wireless mic like this for our talent when outdoor or indoor dialogues. So I want to make sure to see whether this will sound good, and later we can do comparison with others. In addition to this wireless microphone transmitter, there is a line in. That means that you can actually put this onto a mixer and transmit the information to a receiver. It's a really great idea, just because now you can not only use it for a wireless microphone, you can actually use it for your guitar or your amplifier, to have the line out and go into here and then transmit to the receiver. Now on the receiver end, there is a headphone jack on it, so this way you can actually at least hear the audio. Those are for cameras that do not have a headphone jack port for it. So like the Canon T2i, you actually cannot hear the audio when you're recording the camera, so it's a good idea to have the port on the receiver so you can actually hear how the audio sounds. Just bear in mind that make sure that you don't accidentally connect to the camera, and so what you hear on the receiver will never get recorded on the camera, and then you got nothing. This is our 3rd time we're doing this, because the first time we did this, we did everything right except for the ISO for the Blackmagic Pocket 4K. We said it was 12,800 ISO. I don't know how that happened, but that happened, and so we didn't pay attention till later on. It was too late. And then the first time we did this was an audio issue that we didn't do it correctly. I have the battery completely charged, and hopefully we can see how far this can go. According to the instruction manual, this one can go all the way to 150 meters, which means that's about 460 feet distance. Now that for you to be able to do that, you need to make sure you set this transmitting power into high. And usually for what we usually normally do, about 100 feet will be perfect. So that's about 50 meters or so. And so that can be set onto medium or low. That should be good enough. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna walk backwards on the street. We are in an area where there's a lot of traffic, and you're gonna see here all the noises. And from there on, I'm gonna go to my left to go all the way to the main street and come back. We'll see how far to go. Bear in mind, we have a lot of electrical powers cables here. We have also different houses around here. There's electrical interferences around here all over the places. So the signal may get lost, but you can at least hear me talk. Then Nick had to yell at me or tell me whether or not he can hear me or not. So walking away, this is about 30 feet away from you right now. 30 40 feet. So going to the front of the house, this is about 50 feet of distance. So we're gonna go further to the street. I'm still talking and testing it out. So what else again? When I first got this wireless microphone, something got me a little bit confused, because the power button for the receiver is the set button, whereas the transmitter is the power button next to the jack for the microphone, which got me a little bit confused and didn't know how to operate it. So I actually got it done. I'm actually on the street here. This is about 100 feet away. Can you still hear me? So it's pretty decent. I'm gonna go toward to my left. So there's construction going on my right and remodeling the house. So the other feature I have here in this one is there's a USB port, that USB-C port that you can actually use to charge your battery, or you can use an external power bank and keep this a wireless microphone powered, so this way you can actually continue using it. This may be useful when you're like in the mountain or going out to certain places where it's very remote and you don't have any electricity or power, any chance to charge your batteries, that you can use that way to do so. I'm actually on the stop sign of the main street, and I'm still talking here. This is probably about 250 feet, and I'm not sure whether or not they can hear me, but if not, at least the micro SD card is working. So micro SD should be recording all the audios I'm doing. I'm walking back here again toward to the house. So this is actually that's 250 feet distance. I'm in an L-shaped angle. I can go across the street and that'll be 150 feet, but really it's a direct sight, so it should not have any problem with the transmission. So I'm having the wireless microphone, the unit on my pants, clipped to my pants, so this way we can, like a normal walking distance where you would do things, and then walking back. So, he's shaking his head, so he's not hearing me at all. Wasn't that great, huh? So up to about 200 feet, you lost me. So that's going to happen. So about because we are not L-shaped and there's walls around it, so obviously the distance will not be favorable for it, and you will get about 150 feet or almost 200 feet distance. But I don't think I'm ever going to use that because making movies, even a wide shot, potentially you still have in a wide shot whatsoever, you still have a line of view, so there's no need for it to have it bending around the signals. The transmission signal don't have to be bent around, and then you should be okay. So that's it for that. Now in post-production, all I'm going to do with all this audio will be normalize them and normalize the audio to 0, and that's it. So you can hear the difference and make the decision for your own. All right, we'll talk to you there. See ya.